name of the buyer.
We manifest, Your Honor, that that letter referred to by the witness has been previously marked as our Exhibit Triple P-4, Your Honor. Yung kanina, yan yung kanina.
We mark it to Triple P.
Let it be recorded as manifested.
The tax declaration also, Your Honor, we would like to be marked as our Exhibit 48, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly.
49, I'm sorry. It's 49, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly as corrected.
Ms. Joseph, were you, if you know, when were the keys to the unit actually given to Mrs. Corona, the buyer?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know. And because you do not know, is it safe for me to say, or correct me if I'm wrong, that there was actually no actual turnover of the unit?
Based on our records, we have no records, sir, of a physical turnover of the unit.
Thank you. And you do not also know when the keys to the unit were delivered by Community Innovations to Mrs. Corona?
I wouldn't know, sir.
Are you aware of any complaint or complaints brought to the attention of Community Innovations Inc. by the buyer, Mrs. Corona?
I am not personally aware, sir, but based on the letters, there appears to be some communication regarding that.
What would those communications indicate? And you can refer to your documents.
Sir, in the letter dated February 26, there's an indication of a final reinspection, which I would think would mean that there was a previous inspection and there was an inspection again. So
why would there be, tell me if you know, why would there be an inspection, a reinspection, and a final reinspection?
I'm not really aware of what happened in this unit, but normally during the first inspection, we would have a punch list, and if there were any rectifications or changes made, then we will invite the buyer for a reinspection if those changes have indeed been made.
When you talk of rectification, that means that there was something wrong with the unit. Would that be a safe conclusion, Ms. Jose?
It depends, sir, on the circumstances of the buyer. I am not familiar with the situation of the buyer, sir.
And you were not able to confirm, therefore, what those problems with the unit that you have alluded to on the basis of your testimony now?
Yes, sir, I'm not aware of what changes were made.
Now,
May I request the witness to please fix your microphone so that your words are clearer.
so you would not be aware that there was an inspection where the unit was found to be made or used as a storage room by Community Innovations?
I am not aware, sir.
You would not also be aware that at the time of the inspection, the unit was full of debris from other units?
I am not aware, sir.
You will not also be aware that the electric wirings were undersized and not fit for the use of the unit?
I am not aware, sir.
You would not also be aware that the roofs were leaking and the floors were damaged.
I am not aware, sir.
You would not also be aware that the windows were unfinished.
I would not be aware, sir.
Would that mean, just so I can conclude this examination, Ms. Joseph, would that mean that you have never examined the unit itself?
No, sir. I have not been to the unit.
I think that will be all for the witness, Your Honor.
I have a redirect, Your Honor, if I may be allowed.
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Madam Witness, you were shown a copy, or in fact, you were asked to produce the certificate authorizing registration involving the sale of this particular condominium unit. And this certificate authorizing registration states, and I would like to quote, "The taxes due thereon have been paid as indicated below, and accordingly, the Register of Deeds and other concerned officers may effect transfer of the properties." Madam Witness, my question to you is, based on the records that you have and that you brought before the Honorable Court, do you know whether or not title of this condominium unit was already transferred to Christina R. Corona, married to Renato C. Corona?
Don't you think the title would be the best evidence of that?
Yes, Your Honor, we would like to manifest, Your Honor.
The witness may answer, you know.
Yes, sir. The title was transferred in the name of the buyer.
I would like to show to you, Madam Witness, condominium certificate of title number 85716 for unit number 31B, one-bedroom type with an area of 48 square meters located on the 31st floor with parking lot, columns, Ayala Avenue, issued in the name of Christina R. Corona, married to Renato C. Corona, both of legal age Filipinos. Can you kindly over the same and tell us if this was the title that was issued to the purchaser of this particular unit, Madam Witness?
Improper for redirect, Your Honor. We have never touched on this title in our cross-examination, Your Honor.
Well, may I ask for reconsideration, Your Honor? The certificate authorizing registration was touched on redirect, Your Honor. And I had premised my question on the issuance of the title based on the car that was shown to the witness, because the title will be issued, Your Honor, as a subsequent result of the issuance of the car, Your Honor.
That is your conclusion.
That is the provision of the law, Your Honor. And there was a directive under the car, Your Honor, that the Register of Deeds may effect the transfer. So my question that was not objected to a while ago, Your Honor, is whether the title was issued pursuant thereto, Your Honor.
That's why the chair ruled that let the title speak for itself, because there's no showing that the purported registered owner participated in the act of registration.
We submit, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained.
We would like then just to manifest for the record, Your Honor, as the condominium certificate of title exhibit has been previously marked as Exhibit Triple J, and this was brought to this honorable court and authenticated by the Register of Deeds of Makati City. And this was issued, Your Honor, in the city of Makati on November 3, 2004, Your Honor.
Are you making a tender?
Your Honor, please.
I don't think this is the time to do that. But anyway, let the manifestation stay. There's no showing that the named buyer in the title participated in the issuance of the car and in the actual registration of the unit. And there is a dispute with respect to the unit, and we do not know what it is so far.
Yes, Your Honor. May we proceed, Your Honor?
Yeah, proceed.
Madam Witness, during cross-examination, you were also asked extensively on the issue of whether or not the title was accepted by the purchaser. And you said that it was deemed accepted in June of 2008. And you mentioned about it is based on provisions of the contract.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you tell us what contract you are referring to, Madam Witness? Is it the deed of absolute sale or the deed of contract to sell, Madam Witness?
Your Honor, please, we are compelled to object, Your Honor, because decidedly this has no basis. What the letters that were produced, Your Honor, show is that there was a complaint, there was a refusal on the part of the buyer to accept delivery, and the delivery they are speaking of is constructive delivery. We all the while we had been referring to actual turnover of possession of the property, Your Honor, material possession.
May I be allowed to make a rebuttal, Your Honor? The witness said, Your Honor, during her cross-examination, that the provisions of the contract will justify why Community Innovations, Your Honor, decided that Mrs. Corona had deemed accepted the unit, Your Honor. She said provisions of the contract, and my memory is still fresh, Your Honor. So I am now on redirect asking her, Your Honor, what provisions of the contract will be the basis for this deemed acceptance, or as Justice said, Your Honor, constructive acceptance, Your Honor?
The same objection, Your Honor, and we do not want to burden this honorable court by a repetition of our objection, Your Honor.
I think the objection is proper. There is no showing that in any way there is an implied acceptance by the buyer with respect to the issuance of the car, the issuance of the title, and everything is just the act and supposition of the selling party. So I have to sustain the objection.
We submit, Your Honor, and we have no further redirect, Your Honor.
Okay.
No recross, Your Honor.
Mr. President.
Let us dispose the witness first.
Yes, we were about to.
Yeah.
But Mr. President, there are two members. There are two members of the court who wish to pose questions to the panels and also to the witness. So may we recognize Senator Francis Escudero and Senator Franklin Drilon in that order, Mr. President, and then Senator Francis Pangilinan and Senator Pimentel.
Senator Escudero has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be very brief. Ms. Yosef, tama po ba ako pag sinabi ko na yung sequence ng events, negotiation para bilhin ng isang unit o bahay, tapos contract to sell, tama po ba?
Apo.
Tapos deed of sale,
Apo.
tapos car,
Yes, sir.
tapos CCT o TCT,
Yes, sir.
tapos turnover, tapos acceptance, ganun po ba yan?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
So the final act is acceptance.
In this case, sir, yes.
Pag tinanggap na yung unit, tapos na, wala na kayong kailangan pag-usapan, bahala na siya sa buhay niya.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, that's all for the witness actually, but may I ask, with the leave of the presiding officer, just to put in proper place and perspective what both sides seem to be, well, they seem to be trying to imply or prove, para lang maintindihan din natin at nung mga sumusubaybay nito. Tama ba na ang teorya ng prosecution, attorney? Pag in-execute yung deed of sale, ang teorya nyo, dapat nilagay na sa salin. Is that your position?
Our position, that is correct, Your Honor. Tama po yun, dahil ang deed of absolute sale, ayon po sa ating Kodigo Sibil,
Yes,
ay naitatransfer na po ang ownership pag mayroong public instrument delivering the
Yes.
property, and that is called
So
constructive.
that is your theory?
Yes, Your Honor.
I presume the theory of the defense is acceptance, as you have been trying to harp on.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Definitely yes, because it is a statement made under oath by the declarant, Your Honor.
Mr. President, I don't want to belabor that point and cause the parties to argue really. May I ask that they submit a memorandum on the matter so that we can hear, so that we can get their position on this, because it seems that this is a continuing line of questioning for both the prosecution and the defense.
And this
The
is
date of the sale and the date of the acceptance. Can we get authorities to support?
Yes, Your Honor. I am ready to cite, Your Honor, the authority, Your Honor.
Willingly, Your Honor.
Wait a minute.
No, just to submit a memorandum, Mr. President.
This is so order. This
Thank
is
you,
a
Mr.
question of law, and so the parties are required to submit the respective memorandum to convince this court which side is the correct side.
Thank you, Mr. President. That would be all, Mr. President.
So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Senator Drilon, Mr. President.
Senator, the gentleman from Iloilo has the floor.
Madam Witness, hindi ka naman Madam Witness eh. Madam Witness, yung susi ba ng apartment nasaan? Yung susi ng apartment 31